It is 3:07 in the morning. The room is dark, the house is silent, and you are wide awake. You are staring at the ceiling, already doing the math on exactly how many hours you have left before the alarm. For many adults over 50, these interruptions follow a predictable, recurring pattern that persists regardless of how much caffeine you had or how stressful your day was. The shift is specific. The ability to fall asleep remains intact, but the ability to stay under has vanished. Somewhere in the middle of the night, the mind simply switches on and refuses to drift back. Fragmented sleep is often dismissed as an unavoidable side effect of getting old, a vague, natural decline that older adults are expected to accept. This persistent awakening is driven by specific physical shifts in how the aging body regulates its internal systems. The explanation begins with the circadian rhythm, the internal master clock that dictates when you feel alert and when you feel sleepy. Over decades, the body becomes less efficient at processing the biological signals that keep this timing system synchronized with the outside world. This timeline maps a standard 8-hour sleep window. As we age, total duration required stays the same, but the entire block slides left. When your internal clock hits 3 a.m., your body receives a signal that morning has arrived. The body functions on a signal that has drifted out of sync with real-world time. While this circadian shift explains the timing of the wake-up, a second shift in sleep structure explains why it is so difficult to return to it. Sleep is not a uniform state, but a repeating cycle of distinct stages, collectively known as sleep architecture. Deep sleep is the heavy, restorative stage that acts as an anchor. In this state, it is difficult for external sounds or movements to pull the brain back into wakefulness. This chart compares heavily weighted sleep waves of youth against patterns of later life, showing a significant loss of anchored deep sleep. With deep sleep diminished, the body spends the majority of the night hovering in surface-level stages. This lighter sleep is fragile. Without a deep anchor, minor triggers, a shift in room temperature or a partner turning over, are enough to shatter the cycle. Waking up 3 or 4 times a night is a normal biological feature of the aging process. This degraded structural fragility means the body is constantly sitting on the very edge of wakefulness, turning minor nighttime disturbances into immediate threats to rest. In younger years, the brain would stir during these minor awakenings, resettle, and drift back under without ever forming a memory of the event. Now, those interruptions stick. The wake-up becomes a moment of full conscious awareness. Lying in the quiet dark, the brain reaches for stimulation. It pulls up tomorrow's to-do list or an old worry. This flowchart maps the chemical cascade. Awareness triggers a thought, creating mental activation that pushes sleep out of reach. Once the mind starts running, hours slip by. This chain reaction is the biological entry point for clinical insomnia. This state of insomnia is more common at this stage of life than most people expect. This diagram outlines the pathway from normal sleep patterns to clinical insomnia. Waking up occasionally during the night is expected, but if you follow this path down to where disruptions become a persistent issue, where you have real difficulty falling back asleep, and it impacts your daytime energy, you cross the line into clinical insomnia. Looking at the population data, this condition is remarkably common. This grid represents older adults, and these highlighted nodes show the 30 to 48% of them who experience these exact symptoms. It is a massive biological shift across the population, not a personal failing. The reality of insomnia at this stage of life is that it rarely acts alone. You aren't usually dealing with one isolated problem. Instead, you are dealing with a cumulative effect. Several minor physical, mental, and lifestyle changes layer on top of each other. Singly, they might be manageable. Together, they add up until they reach a breaking point that pulls you entirely out of rest. Finding your way back to a full night's sleep requires systematically identifying and untangling this stack of overlapping factors, rather than simply accepting exhaustion as a standard part of getting older. The first layer often involves chronic physical conditions. A sore hip or an aching lower back might barely register while you are busy running errands during the day. But at 3 in the morning, in total silence with no distractions, that same mild discomfort becomes the loudest signal in your brain. Psychological factors operate the same way. The quiet of the night gives low mood or generalized worry ample room to grow into racing, intrusive thoughts, even if your actual waking day was perfectly calm. Then there is the pharmaceutical layer. As noted on this medical chart, many prescriptions used to manage age-related health conditions carry hidden sleep-disrupting side effects, quietly altering your brain chemistry right as you try to rest. We also have to factor in the loss of external structure. Transitioning into retirement often means reduced social engagement and the absence of a rigid daily routine, which weakens the external cues your body uses to regulate its sleep drive. A completely stress-free afternoon can still end in a sleepless night if joint discomfort, a newly prescribed pill, and a loose daily schedule happen to intersect. That combination quietly dismantles your sleep architecture. Beyond environmental and routine changes, your body is also encountering specific physiological realities that become statistically more probable with age. This anatomical cross-section illustrates sleep-disordered breathing. As the airway muscles relax, breathing patterns can become irregular or briefly interrupted. The tricky part is that you rarely notice the physical halt in oxygen. You only experience the aftermath, your brain jolting you into a lighter sleep stage or snapping you into full, unexplained wakefulness. Another common culprit is restless leg syndrome. As highlighted in this muscular and neurological sketch, RLS creates an uncomfortable, nearly indescribable urge to move your lower limbs whenever they remain still. It peaks exactly when you try to settle into bed, often forcing people to stand up and pace the dark hallways at 3 a.m. just to quiet the physical sensation in their nerves. And we cannot ignore the most common, yet most overlooked mechanical disruptor of all, nocturia, or the need to use the bathroom during the night. It seems like a minor inconvenience, but the simple acts of turning on a light, standing upright, and walking are enough to completely shatter a fragile, age-thinned sleep cycle. Look at this timeline of a single night. If you layer a mild breathing interruption on top of joint pain and follow it with a bathroom trip, those combined peaks effortlessly push your brain above the wakefulness threshold. That mathematics guarantees a frustrating 3 a.m. routine. The fact that your sleep is highly sensitive to these variables is actually good news. It proves your ability to rest isn't permanently broken. It is simply operating under a new set of identifiable, nameable constraints. The next step is to start paying close attention to your own timeline. Check the dates you began any new prescriptions and see if they map to the exact onset of your nighttime wakefulness. Keep a record of when major life stressors occur. Note the specific nights you feel those inexplicable urges in your legs, and map out the frequency of your midnight disruptions. Once you have that specific data written down, bring it to your physician. Instead of offering a vague complaint about feeling tired, you can hand them a concrete pattern of medical evidence to investigate. Acknowledging that your internal clock has naturally shifted gives you the power to adapt your routines to support your biology, rather than fighting against it in the dark. Millions of people are navigating this exact same hour of the night. By understanding and systematically dismantling the specific layers of your insomnia stack, you can finally close your eyes at 3 a.m. and actually stay that way until morning.